All right, everybody, welcome to day 12 of our 0 to Omega series. In this episode, we're really going to be diving into running with the worm, and we're going to be checking out our net asset value here at the end of the episode. But it was overall a very successful day, and I hope you enjoy the episode. 2 thermal rigs and 1 EM rig. We've also got a compact EM shield amp to give us a little more EM resistance. We got a Tech 2 battery, a afterburner, 1mm afterburner. We got our Tech 2 small shield booster, and then we've got 2 drone amps rocking alongside of some Federation Navy. I think I'm going to start with a couple tranquils, and I think it's going to be probably a few tranquil firestorms. Just kind of get everything kicked off, get a feel for the ship. This is the first time I've been flying, or I'm going to be flying the worm here. Alright, so we have 2 spark needles and target a 35 kilometer. Worm's first day out. Let's see what it can do. I need to keep an eye on our shields. Oh my. That is a fair bit better than a couple of the other ones that we've been messing with. Well, whoa, we don't need to go that fast. Now we'll also probably switch out the drones at some point. Right now they work well. Owing to the fact that we are in a firestorm, but not necessarily always going to be the best case scenario. Especially since we're shooting kinetic out of our guns and thermal out of our drones. A little bit of a difference, but kinetic would work pretty good in an exotic. And I think just shooting 1.9 mil out of our first can today. So we're already making a little bit of our money back. This is just a warm-up run. It is a T0 or a tranquil firestorm. Got some blasts, so we're going to be seeing some explosive damage. Got to work on my targeting in this ship because that is awful. The drone sent out. And attacking over here too. We do have another speed boost. See what we get out of our second can. Can number 2 gives me 812. A couple more filaments for us to potentially run with. We're having a hard time hitting, so I'm thinking something like a web would be great, but I don't know if it's really that big of a deal. So we got our drones in. We're going to move on to our last pocket here, and this is going to be a pretty darn quick run. We are looking at 3 minutes through 2 rooms. Our Tristan was averaging somewhere in that neighborhood of 6. We got a short-range tracking pylon, so we're good to go just straight at the cache. Get the drones launched, see what kind of damage they pump out. It's pretty good. Got a 2 minutes worth of cap, roughly. So as long as we can take out most rooms within that 2 minute range or even quicker, it's gonna do us wonders. While we're coming up on it, I'm gonna go ahead and start attacking the cache. And if we look at our cargo right now, and drop it in over on my other screen, we got our drones. We're going to be jumping out, and we're going to take a look at it. That is a 4 minute and 24 second run for 3.3 million ISK. That is significantly quicker than our previous ones when we were rocking the Tristan. Ran a run that's supposed to be a worm, not a Tristan. Look at our just desserts after 11 days of grinding our face into the pavement. Where is our suitability? So it would have a break even of about 2 hours or about 28 runs at the 2.8 million ISK. That is saying that we've gotten on average. Oh, we're gonna sit up just a hair because it is going to potentially get a little tense. I hope not. I hope it's super smooth. I hope it's super easy and we ain't got to worry about nothing. But you never know. At a run, it is going to be a calm tier 1. And our just desserts. That is not what's in our cargo. We went to station in between and we emptied everything out. That completely just broke everything. There we go. We're going to go ahead, jump into our calm firestorm. We have we have tried this before, but not with 100 million ISK sitting on the line. So we have a Overmind, which is just going to be straight up a brick shithouse in this run. We have a medium tracking pylon. which is a-okay in my books. Need to be within 35. There we are. We're within 35 of these little guys. So we're going to wipe out these little guys real quick. Should be like real quick. Perfect. One down. And another one bites the dust. Ba-dow. So those guys are going to go after our overmind. And I'm going to go after the goods here. And see what we get out of our first can. I do want to make sure that I keep my speed up in this. Just to make sure that I don't get just like one shot. 1.7 mil. So that's pretty close to what one of our previous runs was running, or not running us. One of our previous tranquil firestorms. What that was getting us. But this looks like it's probably more of the bottom of the run, or bottom of the loot table for the can. Slowly getting there. I probably could have run out to the extraction node, but honestly, with this being my first one, I don't think it's going to make a whole lot of sense. So I'm just going to continue to let it do its thing. And we're going to start making our way to our transfer conduit and hope that we don't get another just brick shit house like this. We certainly need... I don't necessarily want to say that we need stronger drones, because we don't. We just need to up our overall DPS. It's really the big thing here, at least to me. Perfect. First room being a 5-minute room. Not necessarily what I'm loving to see, especially because we don't know what is coming up next. But we completed the first room. And then hopefully we complete the next one. And then the next one. So we have Lancers and Illuminators. We have a short-range suppressor. Let's just go for the cache again. While we're doing that, we're actually going to run a little bit of our repper just to make sure that we're not going to get like immediately blapped. Keep it purposely high. Yeah, with the Illuminators, they're going to make sure that we get tracked very well. We just need to make sure that we take these boys down as quickly as possible. At least one of the boys down. That way we take out about a third of the DPS that we should be seeing. But with the Lancer, it really should be more than a third. Do a little manual piloting. We are at range on our missiles on that guy. We're going to move him over to a Illuminator here. And the Lancer's down. So we should, quote-unquote, be able to be a little bit better. Be okay-ish, maybe. Who knows? I'm going to take off the missiles one more time. And we're actually just going to blap the cache here for our calm firestorm. Second, let's go ahead and start that repper a little bit, just so that we're not fighting the bottom of the barrel. Your natural regen and the shield stops at like 25, not natural, but your peak regen in shields is like 25 to 30%. It's about a 1.5 million ISK can here. This is a significantly longer run than our T-Zeros, but it is a little more of a challenge. It's more enjoyable. Not necessarily the exact same thing over and over and over and over and over again. Yep. Burning cap for no reason. And good to go. Our drones are in, and we're now on to the third and final room of our first ever calm. And it looks like, knock on wood, massively knock on wood, looks like it's going to be a success for me. Anchoring, striking. Okay. We should be able to handle this fairly easily. I'm going to just wiggle a little bit just to make them come alive. And we're going to go this way. As they're coming up on me, we're just going to start blasting the hell out of them. Okay, shield's down in one hit. Armor's going to be, you know, our typical little problem here. Well, yeah, quote unquote problem. It's not really a problem, but that's where most of their health is going to be at. So they're warp scramming me, so I wouldn't be able to use a micro warp drive, which that's okay, because I don't have one. The real problem would be if they start to try to web me. Okay, so one of them is indeed attacking my drone. Let's just bring him in. Keep this alive as best we can. Remember that we do only have a certain amount of cap before. Oh god. Before we go kaboom. So we need to make sure that we get them taken out as quickly as possible here, because we are dropping very low. And I do not like this, Sam I am. Get him off the field! I do not like this, Sam I am. Get him off the field! This is not good. I think maybe I should have started with the striking. Holy horse shit. Come on. You can hold on. Oh god, come on. Fuck! 8, 12, 13, 17, 5, 9. Oh god. 2. We don't like this. I don't like this at all. I am very sweaty. Why did my drone stop fighting? 81. Oh, yeah. Okay. So I think we're very borderline in being able to actually run these. Good lord. That was very stressful. But we made it. And we'll be able to see what we got here on this full run, which in this last can was only 1.7 million. I feel like I might be on the low side here, especially for like almost dying. That's a problem. Let's flip over to our tracker here. Drop that in. So for a, what would we say? It's about a 4 or 5 minute run for T0s. And you make about 2.25 mil, 2.5 mil. On this one, like, we could run 3, and we only got 6 million. I don't know about the cost effectiveness of that. Like, that seems a little backwards. It seems like maybe I'm doing some math wrong, or something's not quite right there. Or it was just like a terrible look. I'm just viewing all these others that have been ran. So we finally cracked into the calm, but the 5 mil is about average for a frigate to run. This is what I was hoping to find. So calms, if you're in a frigate, most profitable runs are 80% are less than 7.6. Very well could be losing my mind. Let me throw in a repair because we just about got taken out by that firestorm. Okay. But we did get all these goodies here. 4.9 mil. And look at the worm one more time. So if we look at the worm, for Galente skills, you get better missile damage. And for Caldari, you get your better shields. That might be something better to throw on the Barbie than like our rapid launches. Or, you know, maybe some shield management. Add shield management 3 and 4, I think. Yeah, 3 and 4. And then we're going to come over. We do like more, I think I like more damage before adding more resistance. So I think that's going to be our next queue. It's going to be about 13 days and a 250,000 skill point. What I want to do want to run back to Hieta real quick. Maybe pick up those Hornets that, hey, we're on the leaderboard. And we're going to show what we're doing. So we got a short range suppressor, transfer conduit. We got a watchman and a lancer. So if we move over to our deep watchers, lancer, total DPS 36. A watchman is not showing on there, at least first and foremost here. Let's open up our drones to see our damage on them, if there is any damage. We don't need to be in a SIG cloud. That's for damn sure. Let's make sure that we don't bounce off the cache. Yeah, it still bounced off, but bounced off in a way that we kept our inertia up and our momentum. Let's make sure that we lock our cache up here. And wait for that cycle time to go down on the cache. So we got the cache. And the watchman down at the same time. That is a 2 million ISK can. That is the biggest can that we have seen thus far. We absolutely love to see it. Let's turn off the shield. Absolutely bleeding me dry while we are slow boat. We're going to turn on a slow boat, actually. We're going to slow boat. We're going to build some cap as we move over to the second room here. It's going to make us, you know, hopefully in a good spot. Alright, so we got a Lancer and has a 42.25 DPS. The Escort has a 28. I'm going to take out the Aegis, the Lancer after that. Mainly because the Aegis has half of the DPS, or the half of the HP as the Lancer. And then the Escorter actually has even less than the Aegis. So he should drop. That would free up a good amount of DPS off the field. And we're going to make our way to the adaptive cache. Stop missing. Just blow them up. Please. See what we get. That is a 1.5 million ISK. Agitated. We're finally getting some Tech 2, or not Tech 2, some Tier 2 filaments in the cargo. Our filter, that way we can look at our DPSs. This is going to be birds, blah, blah, blah. We do have a short range. He is forever, and it doesn't matter. The only thing here is that the Ember Lancer and the Spark Lancer are going to have the least amount of health. Let's start with a Spark. 1,650 health. So as you can see, he popped in an instant. And then everybody else has about the same. I'm going to take them all out. The Ember didn't get locked up in the first bunch. I think I didn't have enough. Oh, shit. I'm so used to just having like an always-on repper that literally just about caught me. What do we have? 17.5 DPS per second that we can rep out of. Oh, they're targeting my drones, which is helping me here. Okay, so down to the cache now. Last room here. Suck in our drones, and we got 1.2 million. Go to our origin conduit. I forgot to... Shit. Well, I think I forgot to clear out. I think I cleared all of this. Was a brand new run. So that was an 8-minute run for 2 million ISK. Our total for the day. Granted, the day did just roll over. Was just under 7 mil. That saved any... No, I did. I was like, that saved anyways, even though I didn't do it. Leave the calm exotic over. And then organize everything. Grab a couple more calm exotics. I got 2 in the inventory right now. If I 9, it's going to give me 11, allowing me a number being mental math on camera. It's always great. I'm going to have enough for 4 runs. And we got the exact same room that we had on the closeout of last time, except we're on a suppressor this time. So while we're waiting for everybody to come in, they will just need to be within 40 kilometers, and our suppressor here will do a little bit of the lifting for us. Close. These embers, again, about 1650 HP versus the blasts, which are holding on a little bit longer, that have 1700 HP. So we'll just kind of plink at them a little bit here and there. Cannot target anymore. And let's throw out the drone, see what, see how they handle. Oh my god. Kill myself again. What an idiot. That caused me a good amount of damage. Unbelievable. Especially on a first room where we just gave up a quarter of our... Oh shit, everything, the world is burning down around us. Terrible plays are going to be the end of my brand new ship here. We'll fire off 1 missile. That'll pop the can. And then approach the can. We are 3 minutes in on this run. I was thinking about, you know, running a bunch of these back to back, but in our first can, 1.4. I dropped my drones first. It looks like they targeted my drones first, which I ain't hating at all, because that's going to save my bacon after a big mistake on our first room. We should be okay. For some reason the blast needles are still showing up on my DPS chart here. If we flip back to all, flip back over to our Damovic, and they're still showing. Oh well. Let's sort by... That's the barrier. Where was I going? Oh, I targeted the freaking extraction node rather than... Wow, I am falling apart. Well, let's see what's in this extraction zone, or extraction node. 400. 1.6. Couple blueprints. And what do we have? We've got a devoted knight. He is a energy neutralizer and a webifier, so we need to make sure that he pumps out 173 total DPS, according to my handy dandy little chart. So I'm going to keep him at as long of a range as possible, especially since he's slow. So reminder to myself, I turned off the repper just to save a little bit of cap here. Getting chewed through fairly well. Okay. So yeah, kiting this particular room is definitely the way to go. What does he do? He would be able to neutralize 16 gigajoules a second. Got too invested in reading my little cheat sheet. Great. Success. And see what we get. Hopefully it's a good drop. Not a good drop. All right, let's get this copied, moved over. That is a little longer than I would have hoped for. We could have ran 2 of our T0s in that span of time. I think it's still worth it because the potential for a big drop. And out of the worm, which keep in mind this Tristan is a worm, what, 3, another 3, so that's 9, 14, 16, and 20 since I've gotten the worm. About a fifth of the way of rebuying the ship. So we docked up, we're gonna repair. Shaboom. All right, so we got the striking Damavic situation again. So what worked well for us last time was dropping drones and letting them go after the drones, really. And as long as the drones don't get smoked, this is going to be a tactic that I think I'm going to employ with these Damavics moving forward. Can down, 1.4 mil. Good little start. All right, so we've got a striking Kikamora and a Damavic. So if I move this to a Kikis project excellent damage out to 25 kilometers with high tracking. Most fits are unlikely to mitigate the damage if in range. Okay. So what you're telling me is to not let the Kiki get close to me, which is fair. Kiki is going to be your primary in this room. So I'm glad that they focused on my drones, much like the Damavic room. I'm just letting my drones take a little bit of a beating here. As long as they stay within shields, I'm okay. And one of the beautiful things about the worm is that it gives that 300% bonus to their hit points, along with their damage. We certainly love the damage one. So there's the first one down. We're going to start moving over to the cache. There are quite a few different extraction nodes. I'm just going to let it be. Not going to mess too much with running around trying to pick all these little extraction nodes up, especially since I don't have like a MTU to make my life easy. So yeah, didn't even have to run the repper on that particular room, which is phenomenal. Okay, 1.8 million ISK on that. A really decent can, especially as I think we found the golden ticket here. This is running very quickly compared to like the firestorms. Okay, so we got a bunch of spark needles. We are in a tracking assistance pylon, so that's actually going to be a really good thing for us. So we're going to move off to the bioadaptive cache. We're just going to shoot right through them. And while we're doing that, we're going to have to immediately kick on, maybe not immediately, we're going to have to keep an eye on our shields, because they are going to take a beating. So we're going to send that one out there, and then I'm going to shoot missiles at you. So it's going to be a little more micro, just like it would be if we were in a Gila, just to be able to, you know, keep up the damage across like all these different targets that we can have at the same time, especially with these drones taking everybody out super darn quick. Lock up the adaptive cache, shoot missiles at that, send our drones after this last spark needle, and that was a 2.1 million ISK room. And as we are on our last room here, gonna get that copied over, head through the origin conduit, and take a look and see what we got. So this is about a 7-minute run, equaling 5.3 million ISK. So we are making some progress. We're loving to see that. And that was under, that's like what 1.5 time of running the T0s, and we doubled the ISK. So starting to get some efficiencies there for sure. Today doesn't necessarily capture everything because I started running part way through, about an hour before the new day ticked over in Eve. So I had 7 million, made another 22 million, about a 30 million ISK swing on the day. Over the last 7 days we have 101 million ISK, and we have made 22.5 today. All right, everybody, I do want to thank you for watching the video today. I know that I enjoyed playing this. I played this over on Kick for a couple hours, and if you do enjoy it, you might come check me out there. I am trying to stream at least 3 times a week, Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays at 6 p.m. Central Standard Time. Outside of that, if you enjoyed it, make sure you leave a like. If you haven't yet, maybe consider subscribing, and I'll see you in the next episode. 124.5 million ISK, 90.7 million ISK net worth after buying the Gila after the end of the day, after the end of the stream yesterday. And at the end of the day today, we have that 124 million ISK total. So we're sitting in a really solid spot, a solid day overall. I'll just need to, in between episodes, in between videos here, I'll just need to pick up some more drones and honestly probably stack a couple here within my running station and just make sure that we got exactly what we need when we need it in the places that we need it. Either way, I hope you have enjoyed. If you have, make sure you slap a like, give me a follow, subscribe to the channel, and I hope everybody has a wonderful day.